I'm Sam Zelich. I'm community manager here at eMusic, broadcasting from eMusic HQ in New York. Matthew Gooden Price, thanks so much for joining me. We have stuff on our website of yours dating back to 2016, but I know that you have been a musician for much longer.
Yeah, it's been about 14 years I've been playing.
For true?
But I've only been performing for 4 years. So what you've got there is probably correct.
Yeah.
Burn the Tree was the debut EP that I did. So what you've got is the first thing that I did properly.
Okay. Yeah, most recently, the one that I've been listening to is Voss.
Can you hear me calling? Calling out your name.
The single that you just came out with. Was it something that almost made it onto Rivalry, or was it a completely new song? I mean, what's it about for you?
It's about experimentation, man. And like at the moment, I'm doing a single because it was easier for me to do. You know, money, all resources. You know, money, the time and effort. Also, you can put all your effort into one song. If you've got an album, you feel like you spread especially independent musicians. I don't have a manager. I don't have. I'm doing it all myself.
Yeah. So you're like also a business consultant to a lot of other musicians.
I mean, I studied business at Plymouth University as well, so I've got a bit. I've got a bit more of a. I don't know, a bit more of a mindset for it. You know, a lot of musicians have just gone in. Like the guys that I help out don't have a clue about some of the stuff, man.
So do you ever regret the decision to become a full-time independent musician?
It's hard, man, but when I decided to do it, is I was working in a student bar, and I basically went under, it closed down, and that's when I decided that's it, I'll do music. It's very weird, but it just kind of happened. My songwriting process, man, is it just happens. Yeah. I've literally, one of the songs, Sweetest Stone, which is on the Rivalry EP, second EP I did.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. That I literally just wrote by playing. I was playing and I sang it, and there was tweaks, obviously, but the chorus and those bits were exactly how I sang it.
How now would you feel to be a stone out in the cold?
Songwriting's different for everyone. Some people will just write the lyrics and then they'll get to a piano. Like Paul McCartney did that loads, didn't he?
Right.
Some people, like I know, like myself, will just have a song already with basic structures, go in there and see what happens. Which does, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So
I mean, have you received some good feedback on Rivalry? I don't know if it's too early for Voss at all. Interesting.
Rivalry went down really well. Everyone seems to like Vixen Queen. I think it's because it's the only upbeat one on there.
Wish you're making a mess. Oh, you. Wish you're making a mess. Oh, me. Turning pages, run down. A story to tell all over town. You're my Vixen Queen.
This is the reason I put it on there, because I was like,
good word. Yeah.
So you know what? It's like fresh and it was different, but it's still at the end ends up going back to what I want, that dark folk, that neo folk, that like indie dark. That's what I'd call it, neo indie folk. You know, neo being a bit darker, a bit like, you know, like neoclassical.
You reappear, leaving a my metal state.
Talk about Rivalry, the song. It's one of the more interesting songs on the EP in terms of structure.
That's a weird song as well, because that hasn't got a chorus. I don't know if you've noticed it. It's only verses. That's all it is, that song. There's no hook apart from the dun dun dun, dun, you know.
Yeah.
That's all there is. There's no. It's just ooze. I was wondering when I wrote it. I was like, well, I haven't wrote a chorus, and then we went in there, and when we recorded it, I was like, is this going to work? And it did. And people, that's their second favourite track. But Numb didn't really get much attention because it was the last track. I always find that if something's on the end, no one really listens to it. It's a bit weird that, but happens, I think. The first track always gets played the most.
Yeah, such a pity. I want everyone to go out and listen to the entire Rivalry EP. Start with Numb, work your way backwards. So, how will you know when you've made it? Like, what's your idea of success?
The song lyrics, really, more than anything. If they dig the tunes, it's great. But if they're really listening to those lyrics and they go, "But yeah, that's how I feel at this moment in time," that's kind of cool. That's what I want.